While there were several inspirations for this piece, a primary one was from my time working on Map of the Land, Map of the Stars, produced by the Yukon Theatre Company Guandoc Theatre, co-created by Chris Clark, Geneviève Doyon, Patty Flather, Andromeda Hunter, Leonard Linklater, Yvette Nolan, Michelle Olsen, M.A. Dawn Robinson. After living down south in a city for several years, getting the chance to come back to the territory of the Kwalin First Nation and Tan-Quechan Council and work on this wonderful project allowed me to process how growing up in the North has influenced and continues to influence my views on how humans interact with nature and each other. There is a lot to relearn.
Quando? Quando? Quando noi noi quando l'abbiamo fatto? Quando abbiamo quando abbiamo dimenticato. Dimenticato cosa? Abbiamo dimenticato. Ci siamo persi. Abbiamo dimenticato. Stelle. 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 Interconnessioni. Percorsi. Connessioni. Radici. Radici. Alberi. Collegati nel terreno. Fiumi. Acqua che scorre, che collega. Abbiamo dimenticato. siamo persi.
Quando?
Molto. Molto tempo fa.
Non così a lungo.
Abbastanza. Troppo a lungo.
Non tutti.
Abbastanza.
Troppi.
Troppi hanno dimenticato.
Le connessioni,
Le radici.
le onde,
Le stelle. Ah!
guarda in alto!
Respira!
Senti!
È troppo!
È incredibile!
È pericoloso!
Sì,
Sempre!
non dimenticarlo.
Anche noi lo siamo.
Non siamo separati.
Non siamo migliori della natura.
È spaventoso.
Siamo spaventosi.
Paura di svegliarsi.
Paura di perdere il controllo.
Non abbiamo controllo.
Niente a controllo.
Quando ricorderemo.
Quando accetteremo
Accettare cosa?
quello che siamo.
Siamo connessi.
Siamo connessi
A cosa?
a tutto.
Ogni cosa,
Ogni essere.
ogni vita.
È meraviglioso.
È orribile!
No.
Sì!
Siamo meravigliosi.
Siamo terrificanti!
No.
Sì!
Le stelle gridano.
Perditi in loro.
I fiumi danno la vita.
Prendila anche tu.
Gli alberi puliscono.
Fulmini in una foresta.
Fuoco.
Morte.
Un ciclo.
È tutto collegato.
Siamo tutti collegati.
Sì. Sì.
Tutta la natura.
Tutta la meraviglia. Tutto l'orrore.
Tutti gli orrori. Sì. Non possiamo scegliere.
Dobbiamo prenderci cura.
Come?
Prendersi cura di...
Accettare.
Prendersi cura e accettare. Tutto.
Tutta.
Ogni essere.
Siamo tutti collegati.
Abbiamo bisogno di prenderci cura di nuovo.
Abbiamo bisogno di accettare di nuovo.
Dobbiamo iniziare da qualche parte.
Abbiamo già iniziato.
Quando?
Quando
Noi?
Quando l'abbiamo fatto?
Quando abbiamo...
Quando ci siamo ricordati?
È difficile.
Fa male?
Ci siamo ricordati.
Non tutti.
Non ancora.
Abbastanza?
Non ancora.
Quando?
Lo faremo.
Come?
Possiamo.
Accettiamo.
Tutta la meraviglia.
Tutto l'orrore.
Tutto il dolore. Tutte le connessioni.
Guarda in alto. Respirate.
Sentite.
Non abbiate paura.
Abbiate cura di voi.
Accettate
Tutto.
ogni essere.
Svegliatevi.
I'm from the Yawanawa tribe in the Amazon rainforest. It's been really hard for us to protect our forest because we think that the forest is not just important for us, for my people, but for other people in Brazil, in South America, and especially to keep this balance in the world, because I think everyone needs to have the forest protected because it cleans the air. It's a pure air for us to breathe. I was really sad when I found out the climate change. And the climate change is, we think it's something wrong with the world. Why the climate is changing? Why this lots of disaster happening with in the world. We don't understand why. And our shaman says that it's because something wrong with the world. The world is like he used to say, we say that it's a lack of love and understanding each other. Money, sometimes money, it's good for many things, but it can be really bad as well. And we think that the problem is like people just they want more and more and more, and there is no end.
If you're not spiritually connected to the earth and understand the spiritual reality of how to live on earth, it's likely you will not make it. Everything is spiritual. Everything has a spirit. We're here on earth only a few winters. Then we go to the spirit world. The spirit world is more real than most of us believe. The spirit world is everything. We are all from the earth. And when the earth, the water, the atmosphere is corrupted, then it will create its own reaction. Mother is reacting. Treat all things as spirit. Realize that we are one family.
Then life becomes a ceremony where you honor and respect all of creation. And I think that all of creation will hear you, and they'll honor and respect you too.
The increasing rates of violence against Indigenous women is concentrated around development projects. The industries that are complicit in climate change and global warming are also complicit with violence against women, violence of our human rights to safety and security. And so when we're talking about climate change, we are not just talking about environmental issues. We are talking about women's rights. We are talking about cultural rights, religious rights, when it comes to desecrating sacred places that are deeply valuable to the cultures of Indigenous people. Climate change affects everyone in just about every way, and that means that everyone needs to get involved. The role of Indigenous youth worldwide is not only one that emphasizes the knowledge and wisdom that we have gained from millennia of experience and relationship with the natural world, but it is also a role that projects hope towards the future, understanding that we have the ability to use that wisdom and that knowledge to create a more just, more sustainable, and more equal world moving forward.
Yet, you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you. We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now, is where we draw the line. The world is waking up, and change is coming whether you like it or not.
My name's Autumn Pelche. I'm 15 years old, and I'm from Wikwemikong on Manitoulin Island, which is in Northern Ontario, in Canada. When you ask the question about why is the water so sacred, it's not just because we need it and nothing can survive without water. It's because for years and years, our ancestors have passed on traditional oral knowledge that our water is alive and our water has a spirit. Our first water teaching comes from within our own mother. We literally live in water for 9 months, floating in that sacred water that gives us life. I've been raised in a traditional way, and knowing my territory and the waters around my country and the issues my people face. Water is a basic human right. We all need to think about the planet and work together on solutions to reduce the impacts of human negligence. I said it once, and I'll say it again. We can't eat money or drink oil. In closing, we need to protect the habitats around all waters across the world. We need to remember that our ancestors' prayers are still protecting this land and that we are our ancestors' hope. One day I will be an ancestor, and I want my descendants to know I use my voice so they can have a future. We need to join forces with all nations, regardless of color and nationality. Mother Earth does not discriminate, and we need Mother Earth to live, and we need the waters. When we stand together as one, we are one voice and one nation. And to save our planet, let's do this for our great-grandchildren. Thank you, Miigwech.
In my life, I have dreamt of seeing the great herds of wild animals, jungles and rainforests full of birds and butterflies. But now I wonder if they will even exist for my children to see. Did you have to worry of these things when you were my age? All this is happening before our eyes, and yet we act as if we have all the time we want and all the solutions. I'm only a child, and I don't have all the solutions. But I want you to realize, neither do you. You don't know how to fix the holes in our ozone layer. You don't know how to bring the salmon back up a dead stream. You don't know how to bring back an animal now extinct. And you can't bring back the forest that once grew where there is now a desert. If you don't know how to fix it, please stop breaking it. I'm only a child, yet I know we are all in this together and should act as one single world towards one single goal. In my anger, I am not blind, and in my fear, I am not afraid of telling the world how I feel. In my country, we make so much waste. We buy and throw away, buy and throw away, buy and throw away, and yet northern countries will not share with the needy. Even when we have more than enough, we are afraid to share. We are afraid to let go of some of our wealth. If a child on the streets who has nothing is willing to share, why are we who have everything still so greedy? I am only a child, yet I know if all the money spent on war was spent on finding environmental answers, ending poverty, and finding treaties, what a wonderful place this earth would be. At school, even in kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world. You teach us not to fight with others, to work things out, to respect others, to clean up our mess, not to hurt other creatures, to share, not be greedy. Then why do you go out and do the things you tell us not to do? You are deciding what kind of a world we are growing up in. Parents should be able to comfort their children by saying, everything's going to be all right. It's not the end of the world, and we're doing the best we can. But I don't think you can say that to us anymore. Are we even on your list of priorities? My dad always says, you are what you do, not what you say. Well, what you do makes me cry at night. You grown-ups say you love us, but I challenge you, please, make your actions reflect your words. Thank you.